Hello guys, I'm Super Ron. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to T5 Week. This week I'm going to be updating you daily on our T5 camper conversion. You've seen this in a previous episode where we ripped out all the old split charge system and reinstalled it with the proper stuff. The leisure battery was just an old battery sitting there, it wasn't holding charge. So that is one of the jobs we've got to do, finish off the split charge system. We've got new batteries to fit and then we're going to carry on from there. We're going to fit a full 240 mains hookup to the van. So when you're at the campsite, it'll plug in and we're going to fit a battery charger. So that will maintain the leisure battery for the whole week you're camping. We've also got sound deadening and heat insulation to put in to make it much more comfortable in the summer and the winter for camping. We've got a whole new entertainment system to put in. We've got a new head unit, which is packed full of features. We've got cameras to fit on the front and the rear. But for all these little jobs that you've most probably seen on YouTube before, we're gonna go Super Ron style and take them to the next level. Just as one example, I want to try and get the badge to flip up so you can plug your 240 volt in there at the campsite. So there'll be no holes and no ugly zits on the side, usually where you plug your mains in, all gonna be hidden down. Inside, I've got a lot of great ideas as well. So let's look at what we've got. So insulation wise, we've got the Dodo Mat sound deadening. We'll be putting this in. We've got our little roller and cleaning spray, all from Transporter HQ. We've also got the thermal liner to put in there as well. And we've also got our insulation. This is actually from Screwfix, a big saving on the camper brand stuff. And I'll show you that in that episode. This is my budget e-golf flip that we're gonna try and put on the front. I've even got a little polo badge to go on there, so hopefully that'll fit in the hole. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is the depth to fit behind the grille with the radiator. As a bit of maintenance, we've got a door lock to fit. We've got a Toto X10 Android head unit to fit with front and rear cameras. And then we've got all our electrics from 12 Volt Planet. We've got our consumer unit, we've got our battery charger, we've got all the power lines we need to run through, we've got our mains hookup, we've got lots of USB chargers, we've got our 12 volt fuse board, even supplied a cup as well. Then I've got some sockets to put in the back with some more USBs, we've got some USBs to put in the front, we've got some USBs to put in the back. So as you can see, we've got a lot of stuff to go in this van. So some of this stuff is going to be working together. For instance, when we've got the door cards off, fitting the door locks, we can fit the insulation. When we're running the cables down for all the electronics in the back, we can also fit the sound deadening, the insulation and everything behind the door cards. So everything is going to kind of work in together. But I'll try and keep them on separate episodes for you and we will have an entertaining week. So to get you up to speed on progress so far, we had a really inadequate split charge system fitted on the car when we bought it. And in fact, it's so inadequate, it didn't actually work. I ripped all that out and fitted a proper split charge system with a nice big Durite relay and the proper fuses and the proper size wires. So now we are putting all the amps through to our leisure battery. Unfortunately, as I said, that leisure battery is dead. It's not held on and it's just bouncing around under the seat. So we've got a new battery, we've got a new mount, and that'll all be going in. So we fitted the split charge system, and that is all under the driver's seat. Here is our new leisure battery, and we've also got a bracket for it as well. So let's see if we've got any volts in our current battery. Nope. To get the seat out is nice and easy on these. Just slide it forwards, and you've got two 5mm Allen keys to take out there. 1, 2, and then you slide the seat all the way backwards to reveal two 13mm at the front. You can just pop these trims out the way slightly and that allows you to get onto the nut. 2, and now the seat just lifts off. On this model there's no pre-tensioners or airbags, so we've got no wires to worry about. Revealing our current setup. So this back piece just pops off and here is our current battery that's just kind of hanging around. It has got a strap on it, but it doesn't really do a lot. Now we're going to put a proper one in. So I'll take this battery out, currently showing 5 volts. I doubt it'll even do a test. Battery test, power too low, restart test after charging. I have tried charging this, I left it overnight, didn't sup up at all, so that's why we've got our new one. Let's disconnect the battery before we undo that split charge, otherwise this power wire is going all the way to the back. This is a genuine VW battery, so I suspect that this went a bit flat. They got a new one for the front of the van, then they used this one as their leisure battery, which didn't end up very well. Our model's got some extra modules already under the seat that are going to be in the way, so we're going to have to move them over to the front. So I've just undone the seat base because the bracket for this bolts from underneath, so I've just undone all 4 bolts. That lifts off. A couple of T27s under there. Take that out, put our base back on. You've got to be careful with the handbrake cables because, as you can see, the handbrake is attached to the seat base. And now we can fit our new battery tray in. So these just go on the bolt holes like that. So you can see that sits really nicely. And something they highlighted on their advert with this one, it's got this cut out, which apparently if you want to fit it on the passenger side, they don't have that. So most, you have to cut a little slot, but this one is all ready. So the question now is it going to fit in with the split charge relay there? Because the new battery is quite big. All right, let's see if we can slot it in. Not quite. So I think we'll have to move the relay forwards a bit. So to make room in here, I've had a little shuffle around. I've just moved the split charge relay and the fuse forward a bit. It was there. So that just bolts through the side. And then this is actually the central convenience module. So we don't want this banging around because that controls the whole car. So I've just moved the bracket over, drilled some new holes. So now that can live in there, bolt in there nicely. And then we have just got these are just plugs, so they could be taken off. It might actually look like those tabs bolt in under there, so that'll sit in there nicely. And they just moved that because they put the battery that way before. And this will sit in here really nicely. So I'll just get these bolted on, then we can start finishing off like that. And I think that looks really tidy. It's got all the factory bits nice and secure, nothing's in the way. We've got all our split charge over this side, and the battery is in. So I've just got the earth to put on this side, and then we'll be install complete. And there's both terminals on. The earth point just goes to the other seat mount bolt. That's a nice secure fitting, so that's on. And it's just got a normal battery clamp on the back, just like you'd have in the front battery. And that secures it all in. So let's see what this battery is pushing straight out of the box. So this has just been delivered, so it hasn't been charged. It's got 12.65 volts. It's a good start. Battery test, regular flooded, 900 cold cranking amps. Good, that is good. Health 100%, charge 100%. It's showing as 977 cold cranking amps, 12.64 volts. Sometimes you can wonder if the batteries have been sitting on the shelf for ages or if they hold their charge. But with this being a leisure battery, that's what it's designed to do. Just sit there with its charge being held. And that is a good battery. And we should have our voltmeter on here. Yep. 12.7 volts. All right, let's connect the main battery back up. Start it up. So when we start the van, ignition on, no light on the dual right. If we start it up, wait for our relay to click. Click. So now the two are connected and the leisure battery is charging. And then when we turn the van off, we've got to wait for this voltage to get down to 12.6, 12.8, 12.7, and the relay clicks off. So I am super happy with that install. I like how the factory bits are back in and secure. All this is safe in the front. The battery is completely fixed down, not going anywhere. Everything is clear. We've got a nice lot of clearance on the top. And just in case you were worried about anything sliding in and hitting that, when this tray goes up, it actually covers the positive terminal perfectly. I don't know whether that's intentional or a stroke of luck, but nothing is falling in on there. As you can see down the sides, this is the absolute maximum battery you could fit in there. That little web on the bracket is just touching that side, and there's one just at the back there touching that side. So this battery is absolutely perfect. This is as big as you can fit in the space. It's 353mm wide, 170 deep and 190 tall, and that keeps it perfectly below the seat line. It's also quite a whopper. It's 100 amp hours, 900 amps. So at the minute, with our little switch panel and a USB, this is going to last forever. But this is for future-proofing it when the whole van is converted to a camper. So let's get this seat back on. It's going to be a shame to cover this up, really, but at least I know it's all nice and safe, all nice and secure. Everything's clipped in, and it won't need to worry.
all back in. And done.
So that is the split charge system, all working, all complete, and now we can actually use it other than just charging fresh air. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for the next episode on T5 Week, which is the thing I've been putting my brain in the most, and I'm going to try and get this flip up badge and plug-in system for the 240 volt hookup. This is something I'm most excited about, something I'm a little bit worried about because I'm not sure how much room we've got behind here to the radiator, but if I can pull this off, this is going to be the coolest feature on this van. So make sure you tune in for that. But until next time, which will be tomorrow, make sure you have fun.